jet flying son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. Jack, we Ric Flairing on them niggas. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Ric Flairing, gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death, I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. One eye open like Betty Wops and fine to these Urkels that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elder trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow who can't cry over spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, Black Sun, we ain't nothing like the mother guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy Nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Phase, yeah, Bubba C, yeah, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing, son up, baby.
Yo, Scotty, you going crazy for this one. We see what you're doing, we salute you. Hey, let's get it started. It's Backpack Capital One. What's in your wallet? Got a call from my man A. Scott. I said I got it. Love that you highlighting all of these black colleges. Try to pay me for doing this. Look, bruh, if you don't get off my line with that foolishness, voice of the SWAC, pull up where you at. No cap if the Brody is speaking the soft facts. My advice, tune in to every show. Captain Petty, but we know that the sergeants are with the smoke. Speculate, just tell me what is we doing. Get into it, okay, look, I'ma say this and keep it moving. My boy Scotty, man, he offered the least. Black grad, paying college, I'm glad that he called me. Walk it, cause we all been taught that talk is cheap. Even primetime knows Scott for the HBCU streets.
What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Scotty, and I'm back on the Roundtable with my boy, the boy Wonder, Blue. What's up, Blue?
Oh, man, what's up, man? I feel like I've been on your channel more than my own today, man.
Oh, I love it. More Blue. More blue. All right. Anyway, man, we appreciate you guys for tuning in with us, man. We gonna keep this short and sweet. All right, because I know my boy Blue got videos to drop. He got like Outback Bowls and all type of stuff. So we ain't gonna go too long on here. We ain't gonna go too long on here, but we're gonna hit it with. All right. First and foremost, if you like what you're seeing, subscribe. I got my boy Blue's membership below here. I got his subscriptions too. Join the channel. All right. Join, become a member. All right. Support. That's what we do out here. We support y'all. Y'all support us. Thank you so much. Go in the description below. Got my boy Blues and his subscriptions and all that. And I got mine too. All right. So that's what it is. All right. First up, Blue, before I get going. All right. Hold on. I gotta get this going because, you know, sometimes I forget because, you know, they call me hey. But before I get going, there's something I gotta do. There's something I gotta do before we get this party. We gotta hit him with it. I gotta hit him with it. Gotta start it up. Hold up.
Oh man.
Hey man, it's one of them days. It is just one of them days. All right, that's what we're gonna do, man. Shout out to all y'all Jack State fans. I know you guys are going plumb crazy right now. It is pure pandemonium on YouTube. I've never seen it like this. I mean, everybody is a SWAC insider today. All right, so all right, so early signing day recruiting, Blue. I heard Jack State picked up some people, a 4-star but 3-star transfer portal guy, D lineman from FIU, and then Texas Southern got a couple guys. I saw a couple. They got about 4 or 5 guys that committed to them as well. So it's hot out here in these streets. It is hot out here in these streets, man. What is going on out there, Blue? You got some information for us? Come on.
Yeah, I mean the kid from FIU. I mean, man, listen, he looks like he's just an athletic stud, pretty much, man. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's like 6'5", 235. I mean, he's just long, and I mean, at FIU, I mean, he did okay, but they just don't have a great defensive scheme, man. But when you put him up there with Houston and Gaddy and the D tackles, I mean, he's going to see so much one-on-one on the outside that he can make some plays. And ultimately, they probably wanted some more depth, to be honest with you, because, you know, there's some games where you could probably put him in and make sure, you know, like Houston don't get hurt. You make sure that Gaddy gets some experience. And ultimately, if Houston leaves, I think this guy is probably going to be his replacement, to be honest with you. And I think he has the experience to step up and, you know, step into that mold. And that way it can help them, I guess, bridge the gap to, you know, I think his name, I forgot what his name is, but they call him Big Country. Probably bridge the gap to him as he gets developed in JSU system.
Man, okay, so picking up steam. I hear Aubrey Miller might be coming back. I hear he has one more year. I think Keontae Hampton, I know he's gone for sure. I heard from his camp that he's going to the draft. Aubrey Miller's coming back. It's been picking up steam that Justin Houston's coming back. That's nobody in the SWAC wants to see that boy. This is my thing. All the hype around Niles Gaddy last year. Is he even starting on this year's team? This new team?
I think he's better than the kid they just landed out of FIU.
Okay.
I don't know if Big Country probably isn't ready to start day one either. So I do think he slides into that defensive end role. But I mean, it kind of depends on how they want to play it. So I was watching one of the other channels that said that they can move Houston back into kind of like an outside linebacker role, depending on, you know, how they want to play the scheme, and they can slide, you know, the new kid or Big Country into that other DN spot across from Gaddy. But if I'm Jackson State, I think Owens, Miller, and
Owens is gone. He was a grad senior. He gone.
Okay, Owens. So you would have Miller and who's Evans on the inside. So they'll be the 2 D tackles for sure. There's nobody who should start over them at those 2 D tackle spots. Miller was just a bull in run defense. I mean, he would just take out whoever. And then I do think Gaddy and Houston will be the starting DNs. I think the kid from FIU and Big Country will probably be the backup defensive ends. But like we see every single year with Dion and Jackson State, or have seen over the past 2 seasons, you gotta earn your spot. And so I don't think anybody is going to be guaranteed a spot, but I think a year in this system is going to help Gaddy have an advantage over the 2 guys coming in.
All right, now I think the biggest thing, and what I've also wondered is, where's Alcorn going to go for quarterback? That's the thing that I think that, they got Nico Duffy, they got Stafford, like you said, they need to beef up on their D line. But where do you go for quarterback? Do you have any ideas of where they could go, where they should go, Blue?
I mean, you got to hit the transfer portal hard, man. I mean, you got to reach out to everybody and anybody and see if they want to come, take over for Felix. I mean, and now you have, I guess you have like more momentum. You could say, man, you saw what Travis Hunter did. You saw such and such what they did. You need to come here and we can compete for something meaningful. And you got to plug it. I mean, really and truly. But for me, I think the quarterbacks that I mentioned for FAMU yesterday are still in play. The Georgia State kid, the Georgia Tech kid, the Georgia Southern kid. But ultimately, they're going to have to make a move. Even the Penn State kid, I know Tennessee State offered him. FAMU supposedly been in talks. Why wouldn't Alcorn reach out to him and see if he could come? Because I believe he took a visit to Alcorn, if I'm not mistaken. I know there was a quarterback that took a visit. I'll have to do some more research on it. But for me, they just got to hit the transfer portal hard, because there's nobody out of high school that you're getting that I think is going to be an immediate upgrade over what Felix was offering you. That you got to get somebody with size too. Felix isn't going to be working in the SWAC anymore. You got to have somebody with a bit of size and that can push the ball down the field, because ultimately, I just don't think you're going to be able to go with the undersized QBs anymore.
And you know what? And it's sad to say that, because I actually like the kid, Jordan, the backup that the guy that Andrew Body took over for. Jordan, the backup quarterback. I really liked him. I do agree with you. The way the SWAC is going, I don't think he's going to be in contention for a starting QB job. But the kid is nasty. I think his name is Jordan Brown, if I'm not mistaken. Kid is nasty. Has a cannon of an arm. I think he could play in the SWAC if somebody gave him the opportunity. But man, good night, Irene. That boy could ball. All right, so you got any updates from Remax City? Like, what do we any updates from Remax? What are we doing?
All I've heard was the running back flip. That's all I've heard out of Alabama State. I haven't seen anything else. Listen, Light on Sports, you know how he is. I mean, he's going to come with it before it even happens. I'm pretty sure the running back flip's the only notable news coming out of Montgomery right now, which isn't a great sign, to be honest with you. God almighty, man. Listen, Alabama State fans, listen. Come on, man. Listen, I keep trying to tell y'all, if you don't know by now, all right, let me see. Can I get in here? Probably not. All right, I can't get in. But if you don't know by now, your new theme song, all right? I had a new theme song for you guys. If you didn't know, I'm going to play it later on today, but we're going to make it happen, all right? JSU just got Cameron Buckley from Texas Tech. Somebody just put that in the chat. Is that the guy you was talking about, the top 10 player from? No, you said Texas A&M. Yeah. I don't think Cameron Buckley. Let me see. That stuff's happening just insane today. Yeah, it's getting just it's pandemonium. It's just straight pandemonium on YouTube and Twitter. Let me see. Wait, isn't Cameron Buckley the kid from Indiana that committed a while back? Oh yeah, that's the Indiana kid. Yeah, like that. Man, that happened like weeks ago. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Blue. Thank you, Blue. So yeah. So anyway, what about Southern? Okay, what about Southern? They landed a linebacker out of South Florida, 3-star. I think it's Trey Lang. Yeah, that was the guy. Yeah, that was the guy I put up. Yeah. But I think that's the only news out of Southern, though. I'll tell you this, though. All right, from some underground stuff, I can't tell you the names, but they are looking to get a 3-star to a 4-star quarterback. I know that for a fact because I talked to a Southern alum who's close to the program. He's like, hey, Scotty, we are looking to upgrade the quarterback position.
And I think they will be getting some players from PV to transfer over as well. So
that makes sense. I mean, like, you got to follow your coach, man. If you fit that system, why not take an upgrade and go play for your head coach that you already know his offense or quote unquote defense. You already know what the relationship is there. Why not follow him and go compete for a SWAC championship? I don't blame any kids at all for going from UAPB to Southern.
And I think that'll be a nice little quick pickup and get up and go. Mr. Campbell asks, "Hey, OFFScript, do anyone know about the Jeremy Musa kid from Vandy?" Blue, you talked about him a little bit earlier today.
Yeah, I mean, and I know what people are going to say. They're going to say, "Oh, he's from Vandy. You know, he isn't going to be very good." But I mean, I don't think he's a bad quarterback. I mean, 6'3", 225 from Chino Hills, California. And I mean, listen, you got to play real football out in California. I mean, he was 2-time, I believe, all-state out there, if I'm not mistaken, and he averaged like 350 passing per game in high school. But he didn't see any action at Vandy, man. I don't think he fit their system very well. But I think really and truly, I think Willie Simmons is a better QB coach than anything that Vandy has on staff.
That's real. Somebody said, "Listen, I need a UAPB. We need a UAPB update." Listen, it's not just you. All right. We need a UAPB. What we do know is that half the team is in the portal. That's what we do know. All right. What we don't know is who coming back inside the team. All right. I think they did get a D lineman, though, if I'm not mistaken. I think they did put one. But yeah, we all need a.
And they got Mark Evans used his COVID year. So they get their first team all SWAC offensive tackle back for a third year. So, I mean, that's a huge thing to get him to come back instead of going to the draft, because he probably could have been one of the guys who potentially could have been drafted at the back end of the draft, but he comes back for one more year. But outside of that, I think that's the only positive news I've heard out of UAPB today.
Gotta be. Listen, Doc Gamble is gambling with his job. Okay, that's what he's doing. He's over here. 7-0, daddy need a new pair of sneaks. Like, he's over there gambling with his job. Keep playing. Cedric, stars don't make quarterbacks. All right, let me just be very clear about that, because Patrick Mahomes was a 3-star, and I stand on that. All right, stars do not make quarterbacks. You either got it or you don't. You either have the traits and skill sets of a QB or you don't. Right. So instead of getting a raw athlete like some people we've seen and stuff like that, because if you want to be honest, Jalen Jones is a 4-star quarterback. Would you take him and start your team with him? That's that. Depending on what you want to know. If real talk, depending on what you're using him for, you know what I'm saying? If you take him to Kennesaw State, they'll take him tomorrow. All right, because with his speed and that triple option, he is out the door. But a team like a spread team like Jackson State, that's not their style. So no, they wouldn't take them. So stars don't make quarterbacks. Quarterbacks make quarterbacks. All right. So let's try that again. UAPB, RJ Evans, D line, Makai Hagens, quarterback. Appreciate you cutting. Samuel Young, O line. All right. So that's what, there you go, UAPB. All right. There you go, UAPB. And let me get my likes up before like the like police come up and she shut the whole operation down. All right. Get at least, let's get it to at least 120. All right, stop playing because you shut this thing down in a heartbeat. So get to 120 before y'all just start looking at two talking heads. Just look at each other. All right. So don't do that. Let me say this before I move on. I have a rumor mill. All right, I have a rumor mill. Rumor has it that Coach Vincent Dancy is up for the PV job. Rumor has it. Now that's a rumor. Listen, you didn't hear me say breaking news. You didn't hear me. I said straight rumor mill. Okay, rumor mill. Rumor is that PV has talked to Coach Dancy. Okay, so like I said, it's not too many people I would recycle, but he's one of them. Now, if you have a chance to get Kevin Sumlin, listen, I'm trying to ride this wave. All right, I'm trying to ride this wave. And maybe Blue can go a little bit more about Sumlin and how he feels about him as a Power 5 guy. But listen, PV got the bag, okay? And if you need to throw any bag at somebody, it needs to be Dancy. All right. But Blue, what do you say about Kevin Sumlin as a Power 5 coach?
I mean, listen, Kevin Sumlin in the SWAC would be outrageous, man. I mean, that dude can recruit the state of Texas like none other. He's got the Louisiana connections and such. I mean, he's that kind of guy who can make an impact on the recruiting trail. And so I think he'd be a great fit at PV. Now, at the Power 5 level, what he did at Houston, I think is overlooked consistently. I mean, that's when Houston was knocking off teams like Oklahoma under Kevin Sumlin, and he had that every year. They had a quarterback that could potentially just be that game changer at the QB position. He recruited Manziel to A&M, and his time at Arizona, man, it's hard to win at Arizona, and he's just not a West Coast guy. He couldn't really recruit the state of California very well, and that really cost him at Arizona. So for me, I really do like Sumlin to PV. Now for Dancy, I mean, listen, if he can win at Valley, you can win everywhere. Let's just keep, I mean, let's be honest. And I mean, when you look at the facilities and things like that at PV, it would be such an upgrade. It'd be a giant upgrade over what he's working with at Valley right now. So I mean, I think that would be a great hire either way they went.
Okay. All right. I think, listen, I like the dichotomy of Dancy being at Valley. I felt that Alabama State was more his fit because they're more of a grungy, lunch pail type of team. And I thought that mindset would have worked really well with Dancy if they didn't go big name, which they didn't. They went real estate. So I don't have too much of an issue with that. But I really do like Dancy at Valley. I think he's really building something. And I really don't think he gets enough credit that he deserves because of all the work and time and effort he puts in to change the program around when he's doing half, he's doing more with less. You know what I'm saying? So got to give my man respect for that. But I would love to see Kevin's. I don't know what's taking PV so long. Go ahead.
Who would you hire if you're Valley if he leaves?
Shh. Jesus. I'd be like, come on, God, take the wheel. Take the wheel, Lord. Nobody's out recruiting you. You know what I'm saying? No. Jesus, I'm God. Baby. What did he say on Ricky Bobby? He's like, baby Jesus. Yeah, I need baby. 6 pounds, 7 ounces, dear baby Jesus. For real, bro. Like, I wouldn't even know where to go after that. I mean, you could give it to Kitten Evans. You can give it to Kitten Evans if that's what you want. I mean, bro, I wouldn't even know what to tell you. TC Taylor, the Valley, that would be an epic failure. Epic failure.
I mean, who do you call? Like, how do you even convince somebody? Like, there's all these celebrity coaches out there who might be interested. Like, how do you convince a Ray Lewis or an Ed Reed or someone to come into Valley and be like, yeah, are you ready for this for your first college job? I don't know, man. I'd be a tough sell to almost anybody, especially if it happened this late in the coaching cycle too.
Yeah. Listen, bro, I don't even think Dion can save that program if I'm being honest. Like the way, and Dion is like he's over here cooking filet mignon with bologna, So I can only. I'm serious, man. Like, I can only imagine what he would have to do at Valley to even get it to where Jackson State looks like right now and convince people to even come in and the money from the outside and stuff like that. So it definitely would be a tall task for anybody. And man, come on, Jerry Rice. You just got to come back, bro. Like, Jerry Rice.
You got to bag him. Just please.
just stand on the sideline and say, just say something. I don't know, anything. Oh man. Yeah, she's back. What? How many likes you got? Yeah. Hey guys, man, why do y'all make this so difficult, man? I told you she's the like police. Just like the stream. All right. Just like the freaking stream. All right. Oh Lordy, here she comes. Thank you, new viewers. We're at 305 in viewers. Thank you. 132. She said y'all can get us up. Get them up, please. Get them up, guys. Like, oh yeah, check out the podcast and then in Blues membership and my memberships. Please join the memberships. No, I'm just saying. You want me to join the roundtable? No, I don't. All right. Please join and subscribe the memberships. All right.
Oh man,
I'm blinking because I'm in trouble, guys. Save me. Let me stop. Where we at? All right, she said we're good. All right, cool. All right, going to the Celebration Bowl. All right, Jackson State, South Carolina State. Blue, X Factors. Hit me with them.
oh man, yeah, the X factor. How much can South Carolina State pay the refs? Can they pay the scoreboard operator to like give them an 8-point spread? Like, I mean, that's the real X factors. But I mean, honestly, it's on Jackson State side is Shedeur Sanders, man. The offense runs through him. The team runs through him. He's the face of that program, really and truly. He's going to be the X factor. Also, of course, Malachi Wideman finally going to. You know, I just don't see them having the same performance they had against PV, man. Is there any way you could see there two performances like that back to back that has to have less odds than Jackson State landing Travis Hunter before today? I mean, that's how that would be impossible to me. And then, of course, James Houston, man. Listen, if South Carolina State allows James Houston to do what Isaiah Land did to him, I mean,
the game's not even close.
It's not even going to be worth watching. And if that happens and I'm Corey Fields Jr., I'm transferring on the field. I'm doing who's that guy from the Bills that quit during the game? But I'm going to the locker room and just, I'm taking my helmet off. You can have my shoulder pads. I'm giving it to the assistant coach. I'm out, man. You ain't about to get me killed out there.
Monte Davis.
And, you know, on South Carolina State side, let's just be honest. Jacoby Durant, if this is your money-making game, if you're as good as everyone says you are, you got to show up this game. You got to stick on Weidman. You got to stick on not Reed. I was blanking on Corbin. You got to stick one of them. You cannot let either one. And if I had to pick one, I'm saying, listen, Malachi Weidman, number 13. You don't let number 13 do anything without you following him to the slot. Either side of the field, they bring them in motion. You have to travel with Malachi Weidman all day, and that's where you're going to earn your money in the NFL draft. And then, of course, Kendrell Flowers at the running back spot, he has to have a huge game because their passing attack is really not that good, and they turn the ball over way too much through the air. So you have to run the football. So those would be my X factors this weekend.
I'm going in the same boat. All those. Listen, number one is the refs. Now listen, in a SWAC and MEAC game, the number one thing is the refereeing. How are the refs going to call this game? I talked to a coach in the SWAC, and they said, playing Jackson State, if the refs aren't calling stuff that they're supposed to call, you're playing one hand behind your back. He said that's like telling refs not to call charges on Shaq when he's just doing something crazy. He's already bigger than me. Like, he's already better than me. Give me the calls that I'm supposed to get. You know what I'm saying? So if these refs are allowing the DBs to hold, holding calls, all those type of situations, South Carolina State needs all the help it can get. And I'm not saying the game needs to be one-sided in refereeing. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the game needs to be called fairly and evenly for both sides. And when South Carolina needs a call, they need to get their calls. Like, there can't be no missed holdings. And no, they need that. Now, we all know it's human error and judgment, but gosh darn it, they need it. Next up, Shaq Davis, bro. Listen. You can't be 6'5". You listen, what is it like? Look like Tarzan, play like Jane. Like, bro, you need to play like Tarzan. You need to be every bit of 6'5". You know what I'm saying? And all the 6'5" guys I know, they always play like they 5'11", and all the 5'11" guys I know always play like they 6'5". So Shaq Davis, I need you to be 6'5" and be 6'5" and do 6'5" things. Buddy Pugh, all right, Buddy Pugh. This is your moment to show how well of a coach you are, how your X's and O's are together. I know your team listen, at the end of the day, I know it's about execution on the field, but you got to have your team ready and prepared to lock into this game and doing all the things necessary. On the other side of the ball, offensive line for Jackson State has to protect Shedeur. If Shedeur gets dirty, it's going to be a long game. All right. Special teams for, I think for both South Carolina. If I'm South Carolina State, I'm not kicking you the ball. It's out of bounds every single time. Matter of fact, I'm telling the ref, just throw the penalty now and put him on the 30 because I'm not kicking to him, or the 35, wherever they go. I'm not kicking to you. I'm not doing that. I'm not giving you a chance. You got to earn every point you get. I'm not giving you one on special teams. All right. And the same thing on the flip side of Jackson State. Special teams has been there. Special teams has actually been a big boost to their team and things like that. And last but not least, at the end of the day, mama, there goes that man. If you don't block James Houston, you don't want to win the game. If you don't want to block James Houston, you don't want to win the game. Why do you play? You play to win the game. If you don't block that young man, you're playing to lose. All right, next up, let's get it. Let me see where we're going. Jackson State strength and weaknesses, Blue. Hit me with them.
I mean, the strength is you have and I compared it week 1 to this comparison, and it's stuck all year. You have a quote unquote Rajon Rondo at quarterback and Shedeur Sanders. He's just going to distribute the ball. He's going to make the right decision like 99% of the time, and he's just going to lead your offense down the field. Their strength is the passing attack, man, because they can just spread you out, and their 5 wide receivers are better than your 5 corners. You might have a Jacoby Durant, but who's number 2 and number 3? Can they hang with the number 2 and number 3 on Jackson State? That's the question. And so that's by far their strength on offense. On defense, the front 7 is just, I mean, how do you attack them? You got 2 of the best linebackers in the SWAC. You got James Houston, who I think is the best defensive player in the SWAC right now. You got Owens. You got the secondary D linemen are better than what South Carolina State has. And then you got Nugget at corner. You got Cam at safety. I mean, it's just, there's just too much talent on that. The strength of Jackson State's defense is just straight up talent and domination. And they just beat you at the point of attack. They're saying my 11 guys are better than your 11, and you're going to have to prove me wrong. And most of the time people can't. Their weakness, O-line. Jesus Christ, their O-line. I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, Scotty, what's this, the 13th game?
Yeah. They
haven't improved at all. Like, not even a single bit. The only game they looked good was against Alabama A&M. And yeah, exactly. I mean, that's not beating it. That's like beating someone like 3 weight classes below you. I mean, you don't get any credit for that at all. And they're going to, especially after the performance that center guard combo put up against Dumas, they got to show up. I mean, they got to show up, because if you get dominated from the inside again, I don't know what to tell you, man. I mean, I'm an offensive line guy, and I've talked to parents from Jackson State. They can't put a finger on it. The offensive line, I don't know how you fix it. You're going to have to get rid of some of them. That's as honest as it can be. And the O-line coach probably doesn't need to be kept after this year. Ooh. He probably needs to be fired. Ooh. I mean, this year it was atrocious in terms of offensive line development, and they didn't communicate for like the first 6 games, and now they're communicating and still missing their keys. They got no physicality. They just get pushed around and bullied. I mean, every single game they get bullied, especially the center and guards. They just get the lunch money taken every single play from whoever's playing on the inside of that defensive line. So that's by far their weakness. And my standard for rushing the football for Jackson State is so low. Give me 75. 75 rushing yards probably wins this game. If you can't give me 75, I'm going to be disappointed.
That's crazy. All right, let me get to a comment. Who wants to tell Mr. Guru that so-called SWAC? I didn't say. See, you need to listen. Okay, you need to listen. I never said a SWAC. I never said there was SWACer. Me at ref. I never said that. I said refereeing. All right. So you see, if you put the cup down, put the drink down. All right. Open your ears. I said for swacking me at game, I said refereeing would be the biggest factor. That's all I said. So I didn't say any particular refs. I said refereeing, the refs in general. All right. So let's get it. For me, South Carolina State strength and weaknesses. The weaknesses is this: the quarterback. All right. I mean, he is the quintessential you don't know what he's Mr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, right? Because you see him in Alabama A&M go throw for throw with Aqeel Glass. But at the same time, he gets a lot of help from short fields, fumbles that occurred in that game. And they capitalize on, and he uses, and once again, it's Alabama A&M's defense at that time, so that ain't saying much. But he gets loose and he runs in his physical, and he's elusive. So for me, he has to show up beyond any belief. Like, and something BJ said in Spacious, he said, I just need you to be 60%. I don't need you to be 70, 75. He said, can you give me 60? You know what I'm saying? So if he can do something like that, not be FAMU and throw the ball 40 times, because I'm still looking for that offensive play caller, whoever thought that was a great idea. But and he needs to throw the ball 20 times, 25 times, maybe 25 times. I would go 20. And Kendrell Flowers needs, listen, I'm telling Kendrell Flowers, bro, and this is straight to the team. Like, you're LeBron in it. You're straight LeBron. Don't ask me for no breaks. You get your Space Jam water. You're LeBron in it. All right. From here on out, you just know, stay off your feet, because we gonna run you like a dog. Like, bro, you're gonna get at least 30 to 35 carries, touches, not carries, touches. So that means out the backfield, swing passes, everything. If Kendrell Flowers does not have more than 25 touches on this game, something went wrong. The defense, BJ Davis, Zaire Kelly, Jacoby Durant, all guys, Zaire Kelly and Jacoby Durant, guys I've interviewed early in the MEAC season as one of the 2 DBs from the MEAC that were just dogs. Zaire Kelly, as they call him, Agent Zero, and Jacoby Durant. Listen, these guys are not scared. These guys are listen, Jacoby Durant and Zaire Kelly have a dog mentality. That true get it out the mud. I'm that guy. I have a chip on my shoulder. They are going to come to play. BJ Davis going to come to play, the linebacker. So it's going to be really interesting how to see all this, how this comes up and about, and how South Carolina State's defense really shows up against Jackson State. My thing is this. If you run the defense that PV runs and you don't have a Dumas, you're going to be in trouble, because the more time you give Shedeur, the more deadlier he gets. When he gets out the pocket, rolls and stuff like that. And I'm going to say this one thing, and we're going to move on. It's something that PV did that a lot of people did not do against Jackson State, and this is 2 things. One, they hit the receivers once they cross their face. If you go back and watch that PV film, I had never seen linebackers all season be as physical to Jackson State's receivers than the PV running backs and DBs. That's 1. 2, the discipline PV play with, and let me explain to you, and I wish I had a clip. What happens is when you see Shedeur roll out left or right, the corner to that side, once he sees him rolls out, he always shoots the gap, and then Shedeur ends up throwing it behind him, the guy he just left. What PV did was they would not rush Shedeur until he crossed the line of scrimmage. They stayed on their man. They played very disciplined football. They stayed with their guy. He crossed the line of scrimmage, and then they attacked. It was one of the best things I've seen a defense do to Shedeur all year. Amazing effort. All right, Blue, what does South Carolina State need to do to win?
Run the football. Run it. So, I mean, literally do everything FAMU was supposed to do against Southeastern and do it this weekend. Run the football. Like, do not sit back there and let this dude go out there and complete 35% of his passes. Don't do it, because you're going to get run out of the building, and it's going to be so embarrassing to watch on ABC, on national TV. Run the football. And then on defense, you got to get a turnover or 2. Let's just be honest. You have to win the turnover battle. And I mentioned that in my preview. When you look at, a lot of these blowout losses that South Carolina State had, especially that FAMU loss, they lost a turnover battle 4-0. They just got blown out of the water in terms of turning the football over. You can't turn the football over. Fields cannot have that interception bug that he's had at times this year, and you can't fumble the football and give that defense or offense good field position or whatever you want to say. You have to win the turnover battle, so you have to get a few interceptions. You got to force some fumbles, do it on special teams. That's what they got to do to win. And really and truly, man, they are going to need – I mean, they're probably going to have the best game South Carolina State's played in like 50 years to win this game. To be completely honest with you. I mean, it's just such a bad matchup, man, because you don't have a quarterback that is going to threaten that secondary. You don't have any depth at running back. You really only have one true running back in Flowers. You got 2 good wide receivers, but your quarterback probably can't get them the ball, and your offensive line is suspect. I can't think of a worse matchup than that for this Jackson State defense. So for me, I think it's a very bad matchup, but they're going to need a lot to go right to even have a chance to win this game.
Did you do your score? I saw your
Yeah, I did my score.
You got it.
Yeah, I had 28-10 Jackson State. The only reason I didn't go any higher is because of the slow start that Jackson State always has. So I'm going to go 28-10.
Okay, it's history in the making today. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do my score on the round table. All right. Cause I don't really care about doing this on Friday picks. Anyway. So, I agree with you, Blue. I don't have this game going over 30. All right. And for South Carolina State to be in this game, the game needs to be under 21. The game needs to be under 21 because you are not scoring more than 3 times against Jackson State. So, oh man. I've had a bad feeling about this game all week. I don't know why. I've had a bad feeling about this game all week. I'm gonna go 17-10 South Carolina State. Yeah, I'm going. I don't know, man. I'm gonna go 17-10 South Carolina State. South Carolina State. Listen, listen, Blue. I can't call it, bro. I cannot call it. I just had a bad feeling about this game, and everything in me. I kind of feel like, what game was that? I kind of felt like Texas Southern, where everything was telling me to go with Jackson State, but I just felt like, I was rocking with Andrew Body. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm going to go 17-10. I'm going to go 17-10. Listen, and y'all can say I'm crazy, you know what I'm saying? But there's been crazier upsets. There's been crazier upsets. Everybody thought Georgia was supposed to be Alabama. They lost that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody thought the Patriots were supposed to lose to the Rams, the greatest show on turf. They lost that. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody thought Valley was going to go last, and y'all lost that. All right, so 17. I might go I'm going to go 17-13 South Carolina State. That's what I'm going to do.
You're going to miss that field goal?
Yeah.
Going to miss that extra point?
Yeah, 17-13. 17-13. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do 17-13. Because listen, and this is my mindset. If I would have picked Jackson State, everybody would be like, Scotty, you're supposed to pick Jackson State. But I really have had a bad feeling about this game all week. So if South Carolina wins, I look like a freaking. I look like a freaking. You picking Valley over PV? When you said that, I was like, this boy is smoking. I'm like, this guy, boy, what is this guy? And did it hit? You know how much money you would have made, P? You know how much money you would have made, Blue? You know what I'm saying? So it is what y'all, and you listen. I'll give it to myself. I'll give it, and I don't even smoke, nor do I drink. So I'm the most sober guy you ever meet. But that's my score. 17-13. 17-13 South Carolina State. And listen, if it hits, man, woo.
You about to have 900 calls in here. Avis calling, everybody calling.
Look, they the same Bamas and the PV game. 42-7, Scotty. Yeah, 42-14 Jackson State. 35-7. I'm like, yo, Jackson State is not going over like 24 points. I don't care. 52-10, Scotty.
Did they have a prediction that was like 80 something to like 7 or something like that game? It was crazy.
The like police is here, guys. What's up, babe? Where we at? Where we at? She said we're at 200. Where you trying to get to? Where are we trying to get to though? 250. She said get to 250. All right, get to 250. All right, get to 250. Let's do it. All right, call lines open 51. Oh, hey, join the membership. Subscribe. Membership. Subscribe. All right. Yeah, so let's do this. Hey, call lines are open 516-259-9041. 516-259-9041. Yeah, something like that. Hey, caller, you loud. Talk to me.
All right, man. I was just gonna say,
What's your name?
Justin.
All right, talk to me, Justin.
All right, so I'm thinking. All right, so I've been, paying attention to all the sweat, and I'm just saying, FAMU. Let's go back to when you were saying about. Let's talk about the defense. All right, so FAMU had the second best defense in the sweat. Shit, to me, and so I'm thinking, okay, Jackson State, if they would have played later, you would definitely see the difference between the score in the first when they had the Orange Blossom Classic.
Facts.
Because both defenses were scary. Now, I paid attention to a lot of I give you that when you said PV, they did give Shadir fits. I watched the whole game. They did man them. They did a lot of man them, but the running game kind of saved them. I get you when y'all say the Jackson State running game has been iffy. It really has. I mean, because I remember Alexander. He's out because that was our main bell cow in the spring. He was out for a knee, but you had JD, you had Marshall, then you had Pickett. Okay, be honest,
where we going? Where we going with this? Where we going with this?
I'm telling you, Jackson State defense. You got that front seven, that secondary is nasty. I'm gonna put it out with James Houston. You got James Houston. If you I'm telling you, if you try to double team that man, Niles Gallagher gonna come.
What's your point? What's your point? What's your point though? You're stating the obvious.
Jackson
what's
State,
your point?
I'm say this, South Carolina State, if they come and play, if they run the ball and stay consistent, they'll be all right in the game. But if they started bagging up, trying to do too much, that's when they're gonna lose their game. I'm just gonna put it like that. I have been paying attention to both of them. That's when you will tell if Jackson State was going to outplay them or beat them.
All right, I get you
all the way.
Hey, appreciate you, man. Oh man, I couldn't get this timer up fast enough. People like, yo, where the timer at, bro? All right, listen, keep it short and sweet. All right.
Get this timer up fast enough.
Hey, what's up, Ryan? Talk to me.
Hey, Antoine Owens, a grad transfer like James Houston is, right?
Nah. Yeah. No. Was he?
Because James is a grad transfer too.
Yeah. So yeah, you might be right.
So it is a chance Owens might come back too, huh?
If that's the case, I didn't think he was, but that might be the case. I guess they both get a COVID year because neither one of them played. Yeah, I know Owens is a grad transfer. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, I know for a fact. I know for a fact James is too. He graduated from Florida.
Okay.
But did you have any info on Malik McClain from USC? I ain't heard.
No, I haven't heard. No, I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard anything about Abdul Malik.
But last time you heard he was still on the team.
Listen, I don't be, man. You know how much research I gotta do. Y'all, this your team. Why you don't know about your team?
I ain't heard nothing. I was like, damn. But yeah, that's all I had. Though.
All right, Ryan, appreciate it, man. Man, yeah, y'all over here ask. Hey, have you heard anything? It's your school. Like, hey, Blue, that's like asking me about Auburn. And you.
There are 2 participants in the conference.
And you graduated. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, don't get me wrong. Like, I know I'm a, little, I got a little weight. I got a little weight. But God, but Jesus. Hey, caller, you gotta talk to me.
Hey, Scotty, man, I've been rocking with you this whole year, bro.
Appreciate it.
And from Stockers to your boy playing with you, And damn, I'm a member, but I had to rethink my membership, bro. There ain't no way in the hell JSU gonna lose. They got the #1 pick, and they burn their favorite Florida State jersey. And you think they gonna lose on the main stage against South Carolina State that can barely beat Bowie State in the CIAA?
Hold on, bro. Hold on. Time out. Hold on.
Yes.
Okay. First of all, Travis Hunter has 0 to do with this game. That's 1. 2, jerseys have 0 to do with this game. That's 2. 3, that has nothing to do with football on the field. 4, I have seen crazier things happen in life than people thinking that a team with the 11.5 spread cannot win a game. Like, let's not be foolish. Football is still played on the field. And at the end of the day, things happen in football that you be like, oh my freaking God, how did that happen? Talk to Michigan State and Michigan. Okay, like stuff happens. So it doesn't have to be that South Carolina State demolishes them. It could literally be a last play Hail Mary that gets tipped and South Carolina State gets the ball and they win. Listen, it's football. Stop acting like it's destined to just be a loss. That's not how football works. And you know,
but have you followed Jackson this whole year? Southern, same.
Did you just ask me?
Behind this whole damn
bro,
year,
did you just ask me?
Find a way to win, bro.
Did you just ask me? Did I follow Jackson State all this year? Did you really just ask me that question?
Bro, I'm with you. I've been following you. We've been in this together. But I'm telling you, you jack shit crazy to think that Jackson State gonna lose to South Carolina State.
Okay, man. If that's how you feel,
love you, boy.
If that's how you feel, no problem. Appreciate it.
All right, boy.
All right.
Oh man.
Did he really just ask me that? Scotty, following the team? Nah, I just been on here for shits and giggles. Like I just been jumping on YouTube, showing my face every day for shits and giggles. That's what I've been doing.
Oh man, that was great.
Hey, what's up, Mr. Ford? Talk to us.
Hey, let me turn this down here. Okay, couple of things. I'm of the opinion right now with all this inactivity down at Prairie View. I don't think from the president on down, I don't think football is a priority. And what I'm saying, in other words, I think you're going to see Prairie View go back to their losing ways because everybody's making moves in the SWAC except Prairie View. They're not, there's no, what should I say?
Sense of urgency?
They're not on it.
Sense of urgency?
I just really believe that Prairie View is going to mess this thing up, and I really do believe that Prairie View is getting ready to go back to their losing ways. The other thing I want to say about Jackson State's offensive line, and Blue, you hit it. The key to Jackson State's offensive line is this kid, that Dunbar kid. When he plays center, they're better, but the only thing about him is he has no concentration, no focus. He doesn't have a coach who can light a fire under him. But they're at their best when Dunbar is in the middle. That kid, they try to play number 50. That kid should be redshirting somewhere. And Blue, this is what I want to end with. Blue, I need you to please tell me that I don't have to look at Rashawn McKay next year. Could you tell me what's going on in the quarterback room at FAMU with the people that's there and the people that's coming in there? Is it any way that we can say for sure that Rashawn McKay will not be the starting quarterback at Florida A&M? Hey, Scotty, thank you for everything you're doing, and have a good evening, okay?
I appreciate it, Mr. Ford. Hey, before you go, Blue. Oh, no, Mr. Ford, you think I'm going to let you get away with that? I know you're listening to me because I'm on a delay, so I know you're hearing this. If you thought I was going to let you get away with that, you are sadly mistaken. Because as I recall, before the season start, all you kept saying is, Scotty, who got a better quarterback room than FAMU? They got that kid Cameron Sapp. They got that kid Rashawn McKay. They got that. I remember that, Mr. Ford. Don't act like I don't remember that. You said that, sir. You did it. So don't act like, oh, I don't want to see Rashawn McKay no more. Nah, you did. You did. But go ahead, Blue.
Man, first of all, we need a hang on. Let me turn that down shirt out for OFFScript, man. That's one of those quotes, man. You got to turn that into a shirt for sure. But in terms of the FAMU QB room, man, I think the Musa kid's going to compete. McKay's going to compete, but sadly, man, if you're looking for 100% guarantee that Rashawn McKay isn't going to start, I can't give you that. I can't. And I mean, I know they got the kid that came, the number 7 kid. I think he's still there. as well, the kid that played week 1 in the second half. So I think those 3 guys are going to compete. But in my opinion, Scotty, as crazy as it sounds, I still think they got to bring in one more guy. You got to add one more guy.
The Vanderbilt guy.
Yeah, on top of the Vanderbilt guy.
Okay.
I think you need to bring in one more guy. That the quarterback position probably was the number one thing separating FAMU from playing for a SWAC title and going to the playoffs. I mean, really and truly, if you had any sort of semblance of valid QB play week 1, you could have won that game. But honestly, I still think that McKay could win it, because the thing he's going to have over the Musa guy coming in is that he has experience in the system. McKay's been there for like 19 years, it feels like. So he's got so much experience being in Willie Simmons' system. It's going to take somebody knocking him off of that, out of that spot to win the job. I think he has the inside track, man. So for me, Rashawn McKay, I think, will still probably be the starter, as crazy as it might sound.
Bro, this boy just said 19. Why you gotta do my man McKay like that? Why you gotta do my man? That's my guy right there. Hey, Manny, what's up? Talk to us. Timer's on.
Oh, I got the timer. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you got
Look, I'm gonna be quick, man. I'm Blue. What's going on, my boy Blue? Scotty, what's going on? What I want to say, hey, everybody, there's 400 something people in here. Please forget 250. Let's get the likes up to 400. However many people watching, that's how many likes we should have, man.
Go,
so let's
Manny.
get the likes up.
I'm gonna pause that
First
just
thing.
for you. I'm gonna pause the timer just for that. Go ahead, Manny. Do your thing.
That's it. Second thing, any Jackson State fan, you drinking, you smoking, stay off the call, man. Because y'all like tripping, bro. Listen, it's this year, not next year. Y'all had problems this year. Offensive line been terrible. It's this game. The number one recruit, yeah, congratulations. No, we don't care right now. Right now, your offensive line terrible. We talking about this game. Chill out. Calm down. Third thing, please join the membership. Support my man. You know what I'm saying? Do everything that you got to do. If you want to moonlight, we don't need you here. Like I said in the beginning, like, comment, subscribe, join the membership. Scotty, yo, big ups, man. I'll talk to you later.
I appreciate it, Manny. He went to Terry Tier. Okay, got it. Terry. Hey, he went to Jackson State. All right, boy, that name was about to give me some trouble. I was about to start saying some stuff, man. Boy, I was about to start saying some stuff. But my black instincts kicked in, and I started, reading it the correct way, because like you can see Vaseline, but it's really Vaseline. That's how black people. That's how you got to read it. Vaseline, Vaseline. You didn't know that. You did not know. You didn't know that. Hey, caller, you live? Talk to me.
Yo, what's going on?
What's up? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Making sure this wasn't the stream. This was actually my phone.
Yeah,
hey, look, Scotty, bro. I'm calling from MEAC country. I don't know how I stumbled on your channel, bro. The algorithm must have looked out and blessed my life. But, bro, I appreciate everything you've been doing, bro. I've been rocking all season.
Appreciate you.
I mean, even from the little shortened spring ball campaign, bro.
That's what's
up. Comments. Hey, I hope somebody was listening to your petty story time about your boy over there at JSU, with all the interview, sanctioned interviews and all of that. I really feel like it would be in the best interest of SWAC, MEAC, anybody involved, to really specialize in this NIL like an NIL program, to get all of these kids. The media coverage is coming, especially not our Lord and Savior Prime Sanders. not to give him credit for it and nothing like that, but the media coverage is coming. Eddie George at TSU, the media coverage is coming, man. And so if they can find a way to get these kids some bread, it could do some things, man. I ain't saying it's gonna be SEC, SEC black or nothing like that, but it could, it's got some potential, man. But keep doing what you're doing, bro. I just wanted to call, show some love. I rocked with you for the whole season before I decided to become a member. Hey, you got me, bro.
Hey, appreciate you. No, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Hey, Mark.
Yes, sir.
Oh no, not you. But hey, appreciate it. My bad. But Mark, sir, no. You think I don't listen? My girl says I got selective memory. Oh, I don't forget. You dropped the bag against Ty. You don't ever shoot your shot in the comments again. We know, yeah. Let me see. Yeah, that's what we need. Listen, don't make me bring up Ty. Don't make me bring Ty back into this, okay? So let's not do that. You shot your shot. You dropped the ball, okay? I set it all up. I mean, it was doing work. All right. So let's not say we did. Let's not say we did. Hey, call it. We loud. Talk to me.
Hey, Scotty and Blue, what's up, man? I love what you guys doing. Y'all need some additional people, maybe CFL and SWAC Buzz and the others, but wonderful. I have a question for both of you.
SWAC Buzz, right? SWAC Buzz don't need me. He got his own call-in show that he took from me, but you know, it's all great.
Right. So I have a quick question for both you and Blue, right? An excellent work, Blue, man. You're like an encyclopedia. How long you think, right? Based on what happened today with what happened with JSU and Dion flipping the #1 recruit. How long you guys think, based on the reactions we get in throughout the day, how long y'all think before they start policing the portal and the NIL? How long you guys think before they start to scrutinize that, put it under a microscope? Because you all heard what Dabo Swinney said. You all heard what some other talking heads have been saying. The hate is real. The hate is real. And it won't take long for me, I think, before they drop the hammer on this transfer portal and these NIL deals. What you guys think?
Hey, man, appreciate the call, bro. Hey, man, listen. Blue, I'm gonna let you go first because you the encyclopedia. Go first.
What did I say the last live stream? Listen, the NCAA is already in Jackson right now. They are in the vet right now, sitting like on the 50, thinking about what the next move is. They got the paperwork out. They brought their desk, and you already know they got the stand-up desk, not the ones you sit at. They got them stand-up desks. It's good for like the blood flow and stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, listen, they had a tracker on Travis Hunter's plane, man. They were right behind them the whole way there. You already know it's coming. I'm telling you, it's coming. And I told you it was going to come on the last live stream. And listen, it is going to be a problem. I mean, listen, and I'm not saying they did any violations or anything like that. They are opening every book. They're looking down every hallway, going in every dorm room. They are looking for something to put up against Jackson State. I mean, I'm going to be honest. They did the same thing when all these basketball programs in the NCAA started getting good that weren't historically good. And then you uncover the whole, what was like the Adidas and Nike scandal where they were signing all kind of crazy deals. So it's coming, but I don't think anything will come of it, man. I mean, or at least I hope not. I think it's good for college football that these recruits are going to more than just like one school. And like I said, the more parity in college football, the better for people like me and you, man, who cover college football. So anybody who's mad at it, I understand why the Florida State fans are mad at it, just like everybody else would be mad if the #1 recruit in the country left your school. But for me, man, I think it's great in terms of college football in general, and I'm hoping myself that nothing comes of it. But I already know how it is, man. The NCAA is so corrupt, and that's, again, don't want to get on that soapbox, but we'll leave it there.
Yeah, man. Listen, you got to make sure all your I's are dotted and all your T's are crossed on this one because, listen, man. And Blue, you know I love you, so this ain't got nothing to do with you, but. White people don't like to see us great all the time. You know what I'm saying? Let's just call it what it is. All right. So, you know, you have to have that in the back of your mind to say, okay, what are they going to do to stop this? What are they going to do? And like Blue said earlier, don't listen to Dabo Swinney. Just take him as a grain of salt, man. Like Blue even said in a couple of years, the boy might not even be at Clemson. All right. It's like that. All right. You know, he's the Blue. Blue ain't white. He blue. Oh man, Blue, you had all the cookouts. You had all the cookouts. But hey, but no, for real talk though, you know, Deion's not stupid. You know what I'm saying? He's been in this game long enough to understand what has to happen and what needs to happen. And for this to be this monumental, I know he looked under every rock, had probably 2 or 3 or 4 lawyers looking over the NIL deal, making sure that was straight and everything was locked in, bro. So I trust. Yeah, go ahead, Blue.
And on top of that, man, like I was talking with Dabo, it's all the people complaining, really and truly, are fucking one dudes who don't understand college football. Listen, I'm going to be completely honest with you. If it's not Kurt Hurtstreet, if it's not Desmond Howard, Lee Corso, one of those guys on ESPN, they don't know a damn thing of what they're talking about with college football. Nobody at ESPN is really connected with college football. They're just not a sport that they cover very well. At Fox Sports, if it's not Joel Klatt, nobody at Fox Sports knows a damn thing of what they're talking about college football.
That boy, I love Joel Klatt. I love Joel.
So literally the problem is there's too many people who come around big days like this. So National Signing Day, the national championship, things like that come around posing as people who know college football when half these ESPN dudes didn't even watch a college football game this year. Like, I mean, and then they'll pull people who are like NBA insiders and put them on college football playoff. Like, just stop. None of them belong there. Let's just put it like that. And then on top of that, there's just too many people who like now, like it is good because platforms like this and myself can exist. But then there's just too many people that you could put a mic in front of their face and they can just spout off absolute BS. And it's just stupid because Dabo wouldn't be complaining if DJ you signed a $2 million Barstool deal. I bet he'd feel real good about that.
Max.
Wouldn't he? And this isn't new. Scotty, I've had almost 40 players interview on my channel. Like 14 of them are Barstool athletes.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, so when the NIL came out, Dave Portnoy and them wanted to kind of jump on the trend. So they pretty much said, listen, it's a come one, come all. We don't care if you play badminton. We don't care if you play softball, football, baseball. Send in your application. And if you're a legit college athlete, you can sign an NIL deal with us. We'll send you free merch, send you this and that and whatever. And there's been multiple players. They'll have it in their bio. It just says Barstool athlete.
Yeah.
So this isn't new for Barstool to be sponsoring people. Now, the difference is a lot of those athletes are FCS athletes, et cetera, who don't have the brand that someone like a Travis Hunter has. But the reason that Travis Hunter got the big bucks to do a documentary and this NIL deal, he's the #1 recruit in the country, Scotty. He's the highest rated DB recruit in the history of college recruiting.
Wow.
Because they didn't start rating him until like 2002 or whatever like that. But he's the highest rated one ever, which speaks volumes about this kid's talent. So the fact that I'm just going to say this, anybody y'all see that's hating, whether it's a fan, an analyst, a coach, it's just jealousy and ignorance and et cetera, man. And it's just nobody who's educated and no one who's a real college football fan should be upset about this at all. And if they are, that speaks more volumes about their character than it does about anything else.
Facts, Blue. Facts, Blue. Let them know. Christian Henderson, O-line from Louisiana Tech, just committed to JSU. Appreciate the update, Patrick. Let me see. Like Blue was just saying, got to get that O-line together. Got to get that O-line together. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Yo, what's going on, Scotty?
What's up? What's your name? Where you calling from?
In Blue.
What's up, man?
What up, man? This your boy, Mike. Man, I'm calling from Mississippi, man.
Talk to me.
I want to say, thank you. Hold on, let me turn my TV off, man, so I can get my back. What up, man? This your boy, Mike. All right, man. So one thing I want to say, I really appreciate what you and Blue does. I've been subscribed to both of you guys, and I really like what you guys doing for us for HBCUs and with football and everything like that. So I want to talk to you about the NIL deal. So now can we all agree that the NIL, in football, they pretty much are the biggest as far as marketing right now, as far as putting money in the kids' pockets, as far as the football players out of most sports, football and basketball, probably receiving the most money, correct?
Yeah, I mean, you have some women basketball players in college. Like I know the girl from Stanford, Paige Buckets. They got some pretty big NIL deals, but I think most of the athletes with the biggest deals are in college football.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I was saying is, I think that, of course, with the I guess you say women's basketball and cheerleading and volleyball, they should start doing OnlyFans instead of that Ebony pussy at that end.
Oh my goodness. Oh man, you gotta love it. Gotta love the trollers. Hey, man, you loud. Talk to me.
Hey man, this is your friendly neighborhood, second generation Jackson State alum. 2 quick questions.
What's up?
First question is, have you considered allowing people to subscribe by paying a one-time annual fee? Like I know I would much rather, I just always had a thing about monthly fees and monthly things coming out. But if it was like for the $4.99, like if I could pay like a $60 fee, just get the whole year out the way. So I didn't know if you had that or if you thought about doing something like that.
It's through YouTube. Okay, so the YouTube membership doesn't allow us to do that. They dictate that.
Okay.
Like we can set the prices on it, like of what levels we want and things like that. But it is a monthly membership. That's why they do what they do.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna try to break down. I just hate doing monthly, but I need to do that because I really want to support you. But my second question is, I'm gonna jump out. Can you and Blue discuss the difference between poor talent versus poor execution? And I'm talking specifically about the Jackson State offensive line, but if you want to widen it out to anything else, I just would appreciate you guys because that's what I'm worried about with the South Carolina game. I'm not one of those people looking past South Carolina State. And plus, I'm always afraid of good coaches. They got a good coach, and if you give a good coach time to prepare, you never know what may happen. So knowing that Buddy Pugh is a legendary coach, again, could you guys just talk about the difference between poor talent versus poor execution as it relates to the Jackson State offensive line? And I'm gonna jump off and listen to y'all.
I appreciate it, man. Oh, I like that. That's a great question. You got that, Blue?
Man, that's like a tough one to even like explain into words too. I mean, yeah, like one, coaching in terms of that is important too, because you can have all the talent in the world, and if the coach doesn't put you in the right spot to succeed, then you're never going to have the execution. And then also it goes into, I mean, I'm trying to not, be, I hate hating on players, but like Jamarcus Russell had talent. But Jamarcus Russell, the difference between his talent and execution was his level of effort. Everything has to play in together when you get to the next level, when you get to a high-level college football, and definitely the NFL. At the NFL, everybody has talent. Man, damn, the practice squad has talent, and the practice squad players are probably legends in their hometowns in terms of, high school football, and that's guys that can't even see the field on Sundays. So everybody has talent. Now, execution, that goes into preparation, that goes into focus, that goes into dedication, that goes into all these different, personality, physical qualities that exceed just talent as well, because you can have a lot of talent and let's just take YouTube, for example, since we're on YouTube, you can have somebody who can make a bomb YouTube videos and has a great opinion and et cetera, but if they don't put any effort into their videos and they only upload like one video like every 6 months, the execution of it is bad, but the talent's there. When they put a full effort in, it's there. And so I think that's the main thing. But with Jackson State's O-line, looking at it, on paper, they should be so good. I mean, let's just be honest. They have the size. Mm-hmm. They got all their transfers have history of success at previous stops. And they've been playing together, so the chemistry should be there. But what's happening is they're not hitting on their cues. Like something's missing, whether it's film study, and I can't speculate because I'm not in the building, but film study, whether it's they don't understand their assignments when they're trying to communicate, there's just something off, and I can't put my finger on it. But the main thing that I've noticed, and this has come from a Jackson State player's parent, so this isn't just me hating or anything. This comes strictly from a J-State father. He said the effort isn't there, and the want to beat the guy in front of you isn't there. That tenacity you have to play O-line isn't there. And so I think that's what's separating this O-line from talent to execution, is that they just don't have the grit that you need from on the O-line.
That's good, man. I'm glad you answered that, because as an O-lineman, I'm like, I don't really like to speak on that too much. But I appreciate the call, man. Appreciate the insight, Blue. Hey, caller, you live, talk to me.
What's going on, OFFScript?
What's good, man? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Man, this is real, man. I'm calling from Orangeburg again. I talked to you in the beginning of the season, South Carolina State.
All righty.
I'm calling to see. I mean, honestly, y'all don't think we have any chance of winning this game?
I picked y'all to win.
Yeah, Scotty picked y'all.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how far you've been listening, but I picked y'all to win. I had it 17-13 South Carolina State. Listen, man, I look at it like any football game. Things happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you could be the best team on paper. That's absolutely right. And on the field. But in football, things freaking happen. Like fumbles, injuries, interceptions, picks, Hail Marys. I've seen crazier stuff happen. You know what I'm saying? So, and I've just had a bad feeling this whole game. So I got 17-13 South Carolina State. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if they win, I look like a freaking guru. If they lose, they were supposed to lose.
Right. I see the spread is 10, so but I'm going with the home team all day. You gonna be at the game?
I am. We might be. It's a little up in the air. A subscriber reached out to me, said he wanted to give me. A subscriber reached out to me, said he wanted to give me some tickets.
I definitely want to link with you, man. I'm gonna try to hit you some way, somehow when I get down there. I'll be down there on Friday.
Yeah, if
you're doing a great job, man. I appreciate what you're doing, man. I love it.
Hey, no problem. If you got me on Instagram or Twitter, OFFScript_TV, and you can find my man Bluebloods, the Bluebloods. Is it _blue or just regular?
Yeah, it's _
Yeah, the _Bluebloods, I believe. Or yeah, I think it's like that.
Yeah.
All right. So
all right. Hey, Les, I'll give y'all contact, man. Y'all be safe.
All right, man. You too. Peace. Hey, what's up, Q? Talk to me.
Hey, Scotty. Hey, we get off. Hit me up so I can transfer that thing over.
Okay.
And I got one question. Y'all talking about the how they ain't gonna like how just they making the movement and how they trying to find something for them mess up.
Yeah.
I said homeboy just coming from the home time saying the same thing. But like y'all see, he makes sure everything straight. He just want to level the playing field for everybody. All the athletes need to come think about going back home, man, and represent for their home time and try to make it so everybody get looked at, not just on the Jack State, everybody. So that's my intake on that, man. Like I said, they hit me up and get off online so we can take care of the issue.
Hey, Q, my girl gonna text you. She got your number.
All right.
All right, man. Peace. Who's next? All right. All right, last two callers right here. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Hello, Scotty.
What's up? What's your name? Where you coming from? Oh, what's up, Coach?
Yeah, calling from Maryland. Look here. I've been observing you, and now I finally figured out why I joined today. I joined because I figured out not only are you smart, but you were smart enough to get a young lady in your life that was smarter than you.
You, dog, you know she about to bust out laughing.
Yeah, but also I want to make a comment, a statement I've been seeing on the internet here. It's already started, and that is this. The young man that they just recruited, the number one recruit, some people already begin to say, well, he's going to lose his value in the NFL because he won't be able to go up against this kind of talent anymore. So he won't be able to be the kind of person he could be developed in these other schools. So what do you think about that, Blue and Scotty?
Hey, appreciate the call, Coach Stewart. We'll answer your question. I totally disagree with that. Like, listen, bro. I mean, Richard Sherman went to what, East Carolina, Coastal, like.
Yeah, I think it was one of those. I think it was East, if I'm not mistaken.
East Carolina, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie went to Tennessee State. Listen, the only thing I've ever said, and I don't agree with that statement at all. The only thing I've ever said is that the tape you have against if you don't have tape against top level competition, they try to ding you when it comes to the draft because they're like, well, we don't know what he could do if he went against top level. No, I'm sorry, not Richard Sherman. Richard Sherman went to Stanford. The guy who used to play for the Carolina Panthers went to
Josh Norman.
All right. So the only thing I'm trying to say is when you don't play against top level competition, they try to ding you on your draft to say, but you know, could he have done it at this level? Who did he play against that made you see that? You know, let's go back and watch the tape and see if he's that guy on tape or whatever. So that's it. But you either got it or you got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got it or you either got it or you don't. That's my personal opinion with it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, like the comments are saying Cooper Kupp went to Eastern Washington
and killing
and dominating. Listen, I mean, he's embarrassing people. I don't know how Cooper Kupp developed into what he's become. But I mean, are we forgetting that just just earlier this year, the number 3 pick in the draft came from FCS?
Yeah, Trey Lance.
I mean, Carson Wentz was a first-round pick. How about the offensive tackle from Alabama State in 2018? First-round pick for the Houston Texans. I mean, there's so much talent around the country. And listen, we talked about this on the last live. Social media has changed everything. Now scouts, back in the day, it did hurt players to go to smaller schools because the scouts wouldn't show up because you had to go to the school to scout because there wasn't no social media or anything like that. And it was a much more complex process. But now, man, every single player in college has their highlight tape pinned to the top of their Twitter or on Instagram or, whatever the app may be. The social media has changed everything, man. And I mean, listen, Kyle Duggar played at
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, Lenore Ryan.
Lenore Ryan.
Yeah, and he was an early second-round pick. So I don't believe that anybody. I'll say this again: anybody who says that this kid's not going to get drafted because he went to the FCS again is people who are 1, hating, or 2, don't know anything about college football because it's not true.
Yeah, and I think with with so much publicity around, and this is a good one too. Antoine Bethea went to Howard. With so much publicity around him, scouts are always going to keep notice and keep tabs on him. It's being a 5-star, going to an HBCU, being around Deion. It's going to be it's definitely going to be a sight to see. All right, last caller. Hey, caller, you live? Talk to me.
Yo, Scotty. I have a question about you for the guy who got committed to what's the guy's name? Henry, right?
Travis Hunter.
So I'm sorry, Travis Hunter. So I got two questions I want to ask. So the first question, I noticed you was talking about schools like Mississippi Valley don't have the funding, nor the facilities, right? So for schools like them, the smaller FCS, HBCU schools, where do you find them at on the picture? Do you ever see them ever getting a shot at getting some of these better coaches, high-profile coaches or recruits, or do you always see them at the bottom? And I'm sure you heard of like Hercy Miller. He's about to transfer from the basketball player. He's about to transfer out of the.
He already left. Yeah, he already left.
Let's say that Travis Hunter goes to Jackson State. For some reason, he doesn't like it, and he realizes he wants to go FBS again. What would you think would happen with that situation?
Hey, appreciate the call. Listen, it's the same thing I said about Nugget. You can't have the top DB when you're a DB guru. When you're the DB, you're the DB god. You can't have a top DB go to a top DB and leave a top DB. Like that just doesn't sit well with me, right? And listen, this is gonna sound so bad, but I don't care. Deion, listen, bro. Deion is Deion, but Deion ain't stupid. All right. He is not going to let the number 1 guy in all of football, as Blue said, the number 1 rated, the highest rated DB ever, to walk out of his school and transfer somewhere. If he has to name the stadium to Vet Hunter Memorial Stadium, he's going to do that. He's not going to let that happen. It's not going to happen. All right. So I don't care what Deion's going to, whatever Deion had to do to get him there, he's going to have to do 5 times as much to keep him there and keep him happy. All right. So it's not happening. He's starting day 1. All right. Listen. Unlike Shador, there is no competition there is no competition here. All right. He's starting day 1. He's starting day 1. All right, but what you got on it?
I mean, it won't happen, man. I mean, really and true. like the only reason he would leave is if Dion left, and that's very unlikely at this point. So I mean, that would be the only reason I could ever see him possibly transferring. But man, if they did, you want to talk about a meltdown on Facebook? Those Facebook groups would burn to the ground, and it'd be real judgmental to see how they reacted compared to Florida State fans.
Boy, Florida State fans would be laughing they asses off if that happened. Man, Florida.
Man, they'd be picking the letters out of the trash can, trying to put them back up on the stadium. Yeah, like trying to wash them off.
We still love you down here. We still love you down here. Hey, I'm gonna take Nuggets dad's call and we out of here. Hey, what's up, Dante? Talk to me.
What's up, bruh?
What's goody?
What's up, Blue?
What's up, man?
All right, I got a comment for Scotty and I got a comment for Blue. Scotty, your comment is, I'll take them Miyake Swac referees any day over them referees that was at the Redskin Cowboys game. And second, Blue, JSU line is actually good as long as they empower. They're weak when they start pulling and when they go like spread and stuff like that. As long as they hit what's in front of them, JSU line is really, really good. I want you to go back and look at the Prairie View game. When Santee Marshall came in the game, they went to power, and that's when they started moving the ball.
No, that's fair. I mean, they're definitely better. I would say they're definitely better in the power because they got the size. They're always bigger than the opposing D-line. So I definitely agree with that. But the athleticism, execution, because when you run zone as an offensive lineman, it's a lot of making sure you're at your spot when you need to be, and it's moving more in sync. So the left tackle has to rely on the left guard to be in his spot, and he has to rely on the center and all the way down the line. So pretty much it requires a perfect chemistry with the O-line to execute either zone blocking and or zone pass blocking scheme. And I could definitely see where you're coming from because they're just bigger than everybody. So power would absolutely play right into their strength.
Yeah, because they do look terrible when they be in space. It's not a good look, not at all.
All right, man. Appreciate the call.
Y'all having a good show. Y'all need to change the show to Black and Blue.
It's not bad, but I like Roundtable though. Hey, appreciate the call though.
He said maybe.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Hey, listen, the white lady say bye. All right, so listen, Blue, appreciate you guys for tuning in for us. I know Blue's got a lot of stuff to drop, so that's why I'm trying to get out of here so he can go to work so he won't be up all night. For real. Hey, make sure you guys go check out his stuff. He has interviews up. He has games up. Check out his recap of the Celebration Bowl and his choice as well. I think you said, what, 28-10?
Yeah, 28-10 Jackson State.
And 17-13 South Carolina State for me. So listen, I could call it what you want. You know, I call it spade a spade. I got a bad feeling. I got a bad feeling. But hey, man, Blue, let them know, man. Anything you got coming up?
Yeah, man, we got some interviews lined up. Not dropping the names yet. Got to get it confirmed. But we got some big players. Some that were on the Walter Payton Award list. Some that were on the Buck Buchanan. So definitely check that out. We already dropped our Celebration Bowl preview, dropped our Travis Hunter tonight, man. Now it's just getting into other bowl games and doing recruiting stuff. So, I mean, if you're all into that, man, make sure to subscribe. And we drop episodes all the time, man. So never a lack of content over there, just like over here.
Facts, big facts. And make sure y'all subscribe to both channels and join both channels memberships. They're both in the link description below. We will appreciate the support. We always do. You see us all the time. We always bringing it. CFL, we all do what we do, and we do it at a high level. Especially Cut, boy. That boy, man, listen, if it wasn't for no condensed games, man, I couldn't watch. I couldn't even keep up with everything. But listen, until next time, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to holler. God bless.